Hello. Um, I have no idea why, but my computer doesn't seem to like to upload these at the moment. So let's see if I can try and get this done quick. See if that will help. So, was out last week at Comp Shop. Got 3 titles out of 'em. I think I get 6 in the month, and that's it now. So first up, Archie, which is Predator number 2. It's got a really crap shine on it and everything. Sorry about that. It's pretty good. It's not as dark as Afterlife with Archie, but I'm enjoying it. Fade Out number 6. Also pretty good. Liking this. I'd like to know if that's an ongoing or if there is a set number it's going to end at. Because I can't work it out. It feels like a 12 issue thing or a 18 issue thing, but I can't find anything to tell me. So I'd like to know. And Miss Marvel 15. I also got, which I'm still loving Miss Marvel books. I also got a couple of cheap trades. These would work out at less than $2 each. So that's Cop number 5. If I can try and get that shine off the. I don't know. I guess it is just the light shining in the window. Oh, see if I do that. That helps. I like the Axe Cop books. They're childish, but they're written by a guy who was a kid. So it's a cool series. The art is awesome in there. In fact, I'll show you some. I can't tell if that's showing it well or not. I'll try some other page. The art's cool. It's a good book. I also picked up Captain Marvel even. Don't have any of that in singles, so it was cool to get. I also got my Marvel's Mightiest Heroes set in the post, so the thing has Marvel 2 and 1, 53 through 58 and 60, and Fantastic Four number 51, so all of those in a cool wee set. And Havoc, which features X-Men 54, 55 and X-Men Emperor Vulcan 1 through 5, so that's the comics done. So let's see what else. Writing's going well. I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through my first draft. There's probably going to be a couple of 100 pages getting cut very soon because I've taken some characters in a different way and I've added stuff in that then made other stuff obsolete. So, but I'll keep them. I'm hoping to at some point release like a big hardback, if it gets published. This is obviously a big hardback that has like all the like pages that were cut and notes on why they were cut, that type of thing. So that's the type of I buy books that are like that. I find stuff like that interesting, so hopefully other people do too. My podcast is going well. 4 episodes even are up on iTunes. But if any of you don't know about the podcast, it's called the Drew Carson Show. Up all fucking night coming up with that name. You know what I mean? We've had Billy Lockett, who's a singer. Who else? Jack O'Halloran. If you don't know him by name, he was Non and Superman 1 and 2, and he was like a heavyweight boxing contender back in the day against Muhammad Ali. So pretty cool interview. My mate John Farman came on. He's a comic book writer in Scotland. Really cool guy. He's really innovative with what he writes, and the amount of books he's got going out at the moment for an independent is crazy. And he's got a lot of really fun views on like the Marvel movies and all that type of stuff. So he's hilarious guy. Um, and Master Wong, who's a martial arts and fitness guy, does a lot of YouTube videos on Master Wong TV. Uh, Basically self-defense in the street, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. This week's on Saturday of this week. Going up is an interview with an author called Johnny Mack, who used to be a gangster in London back in the, I think it's the 60s and 70s. Um, Back during the day of the Craze, he was in a rival gang to the Craze. Um, he talks about a lot of the quite serious crimes and drug use and everything that was going on back in that time, and quite candidly about it as well. And talks about how he's reformed and how he got his life turned around, and everything. So it's a really good interview. Probably, possibly my best. And the week after, I don't know if any of you have seen the show on Discovery Channel called Big Giant Swords, which, if you know, the title doesn't really tell you much about the show. What in the show the guy does is he makes freaking huge swords. So yeah, it's a really fun show. Gets really good um, viewing numbers, and the guy, he's hilarious. Irish Mike. So it's a really fun interview. I had a really good time doing it. I also have a bunch of others uh, scheduled that are going to be quite good to do. Some way people that the vast majority will have heard of and know about. I'm quite excited with some of them. Well, some of them. That sounds really bad because that insinuates I'm not excited about others. I have actually got a meeting with a person's agent today via Skype about the possibility of coming on the podcast. So I won't say too much about that, obviously, in case the person pulls out. I've got feelers out for quite a lot of people, including a horror icon. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, might be the Halloween week podcast episode. The download numbers have been really, really good for, I've got no name value obviously, so, you get podcasts that are done by celebrities have 500,000 downloads in their first episodes. Well, I've had very good numbers, to the point where I think in the next 6 months, 8 months, I might get some sponsorship if the figures build the way they're building, which would be good, because obviously there is some costs involved in running a podcast, which is out of pocket at the moment. And what else? There was other stuff I was going to talk about. I totally drawn blank. Oh yeah, I'm looking into doing some merch for the podcast as well, like t-shirts and stuff. That'll be up on the blogger page. To find the blogger page, if you go to Facebook and search for the Drew Carson Show, in there in the About section you'll find all the links. I don't have an iTunes link yet because can't get it to work. But I think the Podcast Garden, which is the hosting site, link is there where you can listen to the podcast. Or you can just search on iTunes for the Drew Carson Show. It should be come up. Obviously. What else? Yeah, if there's anyone you think would make a good guest for the show, you can either contact the podcast page on Facebook or me on Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter. Drew Carson on Facebook, the Drew Carson on Twitter and Google Plus. You can contact me here, obviously, and a comment on the bit at the side here. I just looked like I was flipping you off there. That was unintentional. And we'll see about trying to get them on. I'm also looking into the I'll say possibility. I'm looking into possibly setting up a Twitter hashtag for someone and getting people to basically tweet them to come on the show. So that you might be hearing more about that in the weeks or months coming. But I've droned on enough, so I will say cheers for the now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.